Hi everyone, it's Ash here, and today I'm going to talk about the newest movie of Netflix, My Oxford Years.
Hi.
So, I watched the movie last night, a cozy, lovely Friday night. I took that this movie is a romantic movie. I took that it's going to be a lovely, cozy Friday night, but no! So before I watched the movie, I didn't see any trailer or something like that. I just saw some little clips, not even the trailer, because to be honestly, all those trailers suddenly given the whole everything about the movie, and I don't want to see anything about the ending. I don't want to guess anything, so I haven't seen the trailer. I knew that this is based on a book. My expectations weren't too much high. I knew that I'm going to watch something really cute. But turns out this movie was actually really sad. I wasn't prepared for the ending. So let's just start from the beginning. This video is going to be spoiler. And also don't forget to like my video and subscribe my channel. From the beginning, well, we already know that this whole movie is going to be based on England. So we are going to see a lot of, rainy days, coziness. And to be honestly, it's so good to watch, a rainy and cozy day during this hot summer. To be honest, I miss fall so much. I'm counting days to the fall. And, our main character, Anna, is really, successful woman. She's already finished her college and she's going to the Oxford for the master. Well, she's really clever. I love that she's a clever and she knows what she's wanting in this life. But in some parts that she seems kind of a little bit teenager, but we will get to that. So our main character Anna goes to the Oxford, and even though from the really first 5 minutes when she enters her room, oh my god, it's so literally that's all I need. A little bit cozy room with that view and the whole rainy days. I was like, girl, that's the vibe, everything was so good. And then Anna decided to discover the city. She has already a bucket list. That's so lovely. And to be honest, I feel like she's such a Ravenclaw because, she's so clever. She's so prepared for everything. I love, how she's like that. Making a bucket list, definitely something I should have do that back in the day on my Erasmus days. I'm going to talk about a little bit my Erasmus years in this video because you will see why. And the second thing on her list was, fish and chips. To be honest, I never been in England and I'm really wondering how it tastes. When she was going to the fish and chip store, it was unfortunately a rainy day and our main girl, Anna, got a lot of water from the car. I was like, okay, you know what? That driver is going to be the guy she is going to fall in love with. If the car wasn't something fancy, it was just, typical random car, it wouldn't be like, oh, okay, you know what? That's just something because we have to see her wet. And so, I don't know, she's going to meet the love of her life because she has to be something weird because, this is romantic comedy. You know what I'm saying? But if the car is Porsche, something really fancy, of course our main boy is going to drive that. I knew that. And their first meeting was kinda, when you watching it, don't know anything about the book or movie, you're just like, okay, you know what? This movie is going to be something funny, something cute. It's not going to hurt me. I'm going to, watch it and just like, oh, okay, it was cute and that's all. But now, don't fool like me. The beginning was so kinda cliche. I had to say that. I am 100% sure that this movie has some fans because this is based on books. I am also, fan of a lot of books there, you can see. Guys, don't offend. Sorry, but yeah, it was kind of felt like so cliche when they first met. Like, he's such a silly boy, like, oh, you know what, I'm always not kind of person like that. And she's like, hey, you know what, he is here. Like, doing all the sassy things, even though it's cliche, but it was cute, I like the chemistry between Jamie and Anna. And when we met the Cecilia, even the first moment I know that they're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but I felt like, the also movie wants us to think of like that Cecilia and Jamie are friends, but Cecilia is kind of into the Jamie, so they are friends, but something can happen in any moment. Yeah, that's how I felt, of course, until we know what plot twist is. And Anna takes her first lesson, but turns out our boy, which is Jamie, is going to be her teacher for whole semester. So to be honest, I like that plot.
A student all the way from
New York.
New York, New York. Welcome, welcome.
Teacher and the master student, not the teacher student. No, thank you. No, that's not healthy. But I like this. They're also in similar ages. I like the tension between them. And we also met her friends, Charlie and Maggie. To be honest, I like them. They're cute friends. They're so realistic. But in some way, when we always focusing on the main characters, the extras, they kind of feel so much extra. At some point, like they don't have any how can I say that, they don't even put anything to her storyline. They just there to be her friends. I like Maggie's character. She was sweet, and the Tom, to be honestly, they were really lovely squad, but I wish we had more time to watch them. I'm 100% sure that I can feel that book has more scenes with them, but in a movie, it has to be 2 hours. They didn't show us that much, but I will talk about that squad a little bit later. But when they first met, as a Jamie and Anna as a teacher and student, that cake, that moment of silence. Oh my God, that cake was so nothing, like literally, go girl, give us nothing. Yeah, once she take a big bite from the cake, it was that another scene of sassy girl, like it was cliche but so sweet. I don't know, like when I was watching that scene, I was like, oh my God, they're so sweet. They're just making kind of annoying each other and being so cute and sweet. And then our squads go to the Tom's place, and that night they're watching a TV, and guess what our main characters does? Oh my God, listen. When people are watching TV, when you guys just literally met, and this is our kind of first night, you just don't open your book while you guys enjoying and doing something together, okay? Just like, you know what, I'm different, that's the vibe, you know what I'm saying? When we were reading fan fictions and the main character is like, I don't want to go that One Direction concert, and I don't like that kind of stuff. I just want to sit here, read my book, okay? So of course I'm going to go to that concert and bring my book, and hairstylist is going to notice me because I'm different. I'm just different, I'm reading books at the concert, and you're literally reading books one hang out with friends. Listen, sometimes I hanging out with my friends, or I have to go to somewhere. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, okay, can we just finish this, because it's not a good day. I'm not in a mind state somewhere to being socialized. I want to really go home and read my book. To be honest, I got you, but I don't do that to be polite. So that scene was just like, I'm different, something like that. And and also in the first class, when Jamie read a poem and Anna and Jamie talk about what was the main of the poetry, and Anna said that, like, be in the moment, like nothing takes forever, everything has an end, so just enjoy it, okay? You don't worry about how it's going to end, is going to take forever or what. And when they were talking about it, I was like, okay, I guess that this movie is going to about, she has goals, she's going to stay in Oxford for 1 year, and she has to go to New York, so she's going to meet the love of her life. But eventually she's going to be like, I enjoy this 1 year with you, but I have to go. That's really how I think of what is the point of this movie, how it's going to be end by their talk like that. But no. Anywho, when our girl Anna reading a poetry during they're hanging out with her friends, she completed her homework, and when she goes to Jamie's office, his dad was there yelling. I knew that, okay, he is a daddy issues boy, okay. And Jamie and Anna started talking about the poetries again. They also mentioned this, a man can love woman for 6 months, and you really think that everything has to stay forever? They really showing us, pointing us that nothing stays forever for 2 times. So that means that they're really going to be a couple, and of course they're going to be a couple, and they're not going to live forever. But I never took that he's going to, They get a really awkward moment because they're, they don't know what to do because of the chemistry. And Cecilia comes to the room, and again, Cecilia is just being like, I don't know, like the beginning of the Cecilia, they do really have to make everything so like that. Yes, because of the plot twist. I really get it. I was like, okay, Cecilia is going to be definitely, they're definitely sleeping together with Jamie, or I don't know. Anna and her friends going to an Irish pub for the first time. And what happens there, kinda, to be honest, I really hated it. When she got really pissed off, she really goes to the outside of the pub, and none of her friends was there for her. Or maybe Jamie is already told her friends that, okay, I got her, but we didn't saw it. That's kinda a little bit weird and don't make any sense. And when Jamie finds out that Anna never been in Irish pub,
Can I walk you home?
Well, I wouldn't want to drag you away from your harem of girls back there.
Wow. If harem girls are anything, it's patient.
he was like, okay, you know what, we're not going home. And they, went to the little bit cute date with a spontaneous. It was so cute. I really love their chemistry, of course. And when the time Jamie asked her like, why Oxford, and she was like, because I love the smell of book. And his face, oh my god, like, girl, do you really have to cross over all this way just for the book? Like, there's another schools on the, anyway, it was funny. And when also Anna said that only rich people can say that money can't solve anything, I was like, girl, exactly. Only rich people say that money can't solve anything. Oh, fucking. Okay, not gonna lie, money can't solve anything, but money can solve a lot of things that the rich people can't even imagine. And they go to the karaoke night. To be honest, that karaoke was like, I got a little bit bored because I don't want to watch something really, not can saying anything with that voice. But in that night, Coldplay's Yellow song became their song, which is that song one of my favorites. And also I shared the song with my boyfriend. It was just like, that's so cute. And also in that night they eat kebab, Turkish kebab, and I really love that scene, to be honest. It was so sweet. They getting close to each other. That talk between Jamie, saying that just keep that mask. That's it. That's the point of, living that moment. It was, so sweet, and it's so, I don't know, so romantic, so romanticizing my life, and everything they do, it's so romantic and cute. But no matter what happens in that night, when Anna kissed Jamie, I was like, girl, yes. But I was like, Jamie didn't want to come up with Anna. I was like, what is going on? From the beginning, I was like, he was, kinda bad boy, rich bad boy, something like that. And he just don't wanna fall for a girl that she's not going to stay there forever. So I kind of felt like that way. He just don't wanna get to connect with her that much. But, I wish that was the only reason. And the Halloween night, I hate that people literally don't even put any effort to go to the costume, do something. But Anna and Charlie did it. So when they went to the party, like I said before the beginning of the video, in some point, this is definitely not a teenage comedy because the characters is kind of a little bit, older than it. But that Halloween party was so, oh my god, it was so, like I said, I'm going to talk about a lot of my Erasmus memories. It was so Erasmus, back in the day when I was in Erasmus, I was like 20, 21. Even though we were kind of a little bit more mature than that, making jealousy, dancing like that. You guys literally getting an education from Oxford. Literally, you guys are prove that you guys are really clever. But when it comes to relationships, we are all dumb. Yeah, to be honestly. And that jealousy scene was so necessary. And when I was watching it, I was like, do I have to watch it? You know, everything was going so well, even though some details was kind of annoying. But I was like, what I'm watching, you know, making jealousy over. Okay. And dancing with that nerdy boy, and they go out to the party. She just want to try. Okay, let's go to the eat kebab together. She didn't get the same. How can I? Same reaction or same feelings with that nerdy guy comparing to the Jamie. Of course, girl, like, of course, you're not going to get that motivation, not reaction, anything. After the day, when they go to the, you know, class, Jamie was like, you know, I want to talk with you. I want to talk with you. Something really private. They go to that library. It was a really cute surprise, but I'm really wondering that last night you guys really making jealousy over each other, and you guys didn't even talk anything when you guys going to the library. Just shut your mouth and go there. And she was kind of a little bit happy for it. You didn't even ask, you know, what happened last time. I will be like, I will be shut up about it. Like, no, I'm not going to with you or somewhere that you want. You just have to explain me last night. We just kissed and you don't even talk with me. Whatever. But yeah, when they go to the library and the Jamie is like, you go with him to the Dimitri to eat kebab? Oh my god. Boy, what are you expecting? You guys just go there just one time. It's just not your date place or something like that. But I love that tension scene. Oh my god, their chemistry is so good, to be honest. The casting, mwah, perfect. When they, you know, immediately live in that building and, you know, kissing, oh my god, the sweetest moment of the movies. You know, when they started to, you know, hook up each other, you know, kissing everywhere, you know, touching each other and secretly. This is just for fun, nothing serious. It was so good. And they were hiding it, you know, touching each other on the events. Guys, so sweet. When Anna finally goes to Jamie's home, when we learned that Jamie lost brother, I was like, okay, something is seriously happening here. I got a little bit sad, to be honestly. When Anna was get suspect about like he's not going to the library, but what he's doing all this day, when she goes to his home and Cecilia was there, I was like, oh my god, to be honest, guys, in that point, I was like, no fucking way. I was like, no. In that point, I was like, oh my god, he's actually naked, lying there, and oh no, okay, because like I said, like 5 minutes ago, everything was so cute and lovely, but seeing like he's taking the chemo, I was like, no. And that point, oh my god, in the end, he's going to die. That's why he was, you know, trying to say in all those poetry classes, you know, nothing has to take forever. The 6 months can be enough. Just enjoy the moment. Oh my god, I started to cry so hard. And after that, they, you know, went to the dinner together. They talk about it during that kebab boss. She talk about like, I don't care, I still want this because once in Wise Man told me that everything doesn't have to take forever. That was kind of a little bit cringe. I was like, okay, this, you know, that talk between the lovers during the rainy day, like you know, Damon and Eleanor, something like that. But I really cried again. I was like, okay, but I was still like hoping that everything's going to change. Everything's going to change. They're going to live happily ever after. But the bolo night was cute. I like that, or I hate to say that, but or extras having fun and having seen. You know, Maggie and Tom became a couple that night, and also Charlie got something serious. It was cute. And also we met with Jamie's family, and we also listened the Jamie's father's side, like how everything happened. To one side, understand him because losing a child got. And I like that, you know, how his parents' reaction to the Anna. It was really sweet. And the birthday! To be honest, when I saw Jamie's house, I was like, oh my god. Like we saw that he is rich, but That was like not rich, something else. It was cute the day he planned for him. Jamie really planned a really great day for her. And I like that, Jamie's father and him finally talking some things and, forgiving each other. It was really nice. But there is a little bit one thing that when they were, sitting on the garden, suddenly Anna was just, sitting there for sad, like, oh my god, where's Jamie? Something like that. A really weird reaction. Was it really necessary? I don't know. It was so something else. And after the night, Anna was not ready to say goodbye because her friends told her, can you just stay here? To be honest, in that point, I was like, Anna, okay, New York is really one of my dream city, but you really got really great friends there and also a lovely boyfriend. Why you're not staying there? I also think of the same. And her friends told her this. And kind of Anna questioning about her future. Even though she already planned everything since she's 10, she was like, okay, you know what? That whole talk between Jamie and her, nothing has to stay forever. Just live the moment. And she was just like, I don't have to plan everything. Just I live here, live in the moment. It will be great too. When she, decided to talk with her mom, her parents wants to celebrate her birthday also. When they talk about Anna said, Mom, I want to stay here. The first reaction of her mother like, no, 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 no. And just, I don't get it some points because in the movie they kind of shows us that Anna and her mother felt like kind of close, but we don't know that does the mother knows about anything Jamie and his sickness, like anything, like I don't think so. If you want to understand your daughter, you have to know everything about her. And then she suddenly start to give a TED talk, a really cliche one to her. And, no matter what you do, we will support you, something like that. But you don't have to give us a really, strong relationship with mom. And the mom was like so out of nowhere, talking out of nowhere. It was just like, okay, mom, whatever, just bye. And Anna and Jamie, of course, they fight again. And they really didn't sleep together on the birthday. If I don't sleep my man in my birthday, I will like, no. And, after the days, finally got their love scene, the clothes. That's what I wanted, to be honest. I didn't want something spicy because this movie really is sad, tragic, and romantic. We don't need that many spice, but that scene in the end, that was enough. That was cute. And he was kissing her from the forehead. Shut up. It was so sweet. When they were talking about, going to the big Europe trip, I'm not going to cry. Listen. Okay, I'm not going to cry, but my voice can be a little bit cracky. Sorry for that. When we watch that footage, okay, to be honest, I have cried in this channel a lot because I am also doing reaction videos, so I don't even care. When they met, talking about their trip, we will go to the Paris, Venice, like all these things. I really, in that point, I really took that it was real. I'm not gonna lie to you. When they, lying on the bed, she was wearing a cardigan, yellow cardigan, because, their song is Coldplay Yellow. Oh my god, it was so sweet. When I was watching them, from the moment that he passed out, when they go to the hospital, and, Jamie's mother and father was there, and also Anna was there, I start crying from that moment until the end. It was like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that. Non-stop I was crying. That montage, they were so sweet and together and, kissing on the beach. And the camera zoomed out and we saw that Anna was alone all the time. Do we really have to? Because even the last minute, I was like, please tell me that he's going to leave. He's going to accept the medication. But they, he died in the, when they were, lying together. It was so sad. I don't know. And, Anna was, doing all this plan, the big Europe trip. She was thinking of Jamie. And it was so sweet because I'm not going to lie. Before my boyfriend, I was, crushing over him a lot. I was always thinking of him whenever I go somewhere. I was like, I wish he was there. I wish, he was holding my hand here. Thank God it's real right now. He's my boyfriend. And I don't know, I just like, And in the end, we saw her became a professor, a teacher. I am so happy for her and proud of her. And she does the same thing like how Jamie started his class. I am offering you a cake. It was so sweet, guys. I love this movie. I really do. I didn't expect to cry this much. Like I said from the beginning, I didn't read the book, but to be honest, I'm planning to read the book, and I hope that we saw more romance and more of that friend group, because I love the dynamics between them. That's all I can say. I love this movie. I will give 7.5. This is not the best movie I ever seen, but 7.5 is great for this movie. So yeah. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like with this video, and I will be waiting on you on the comments. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Bye.